Well, good morning, good morning, good morning. Hope you having a good morning. Luna and I had a very good walk. It's nice out there, wasn't it, Luna? Yes, it was. There was no puppy dogs, no other people. It was a nice, quiet little get together. That keeps the bugs away a little bit. So, should have done that. Came out here. Oh, goodness. I usually spray it, get my coffee, and then come back. So, hey, look. I've got my coffee. I'm gonna have a sip of coffee before Luna makes me throw some balls for her. Because she's like, Dad, these balls are fun. I'll drop it here when I'm ready and you can throw it to me. But you also notice I have a different container for my coffee. And I was going to talk a little bit about AI and courtroom stuff. But instead, I want to just give you a little bit about what happened yesterday. So, got up, started getting ready. I was going to work from home yesterday. Got up, took Luna for a walk, came back, and I checked my phone, and there's a message from my. Oh no, there was a brief power outage. I mean, like for about 2 seconds, power went out in the house. That's weird. Power came back up. You know what's going on? And sometimes that indicates that power was lost on the grid because it takes a moment for the batteries to get up enough current to take over, unless they've been actively helping with like brownouts and stuff like that. Uh, the so the power came back, and a little bit later, I got a text message on my phone from my power system, and it said, "You are now offline. Please um, limit your electric usage to maximize the amount of uh, use you can get from your battery backup system." So then started Googling out to see what's going on. And what had happened was they said an 18 wheeler in this city I live in has hit a power, wasn't a power line, it was a couple of poles that had power lines on it. So it knocked out most of the city. So, like, huh. So I looked, and it was like today. See how it's kind of dark, very overcast? It was like today. And this happened in the morning, about the same time, a little earlier in this, but about the same time. So I'm like looking at my solar panels, and they're generating a little less than what my consumption is. So my battery's just getting drained off very slow. So I told my wife, I said, turn off anything that's not needed. She has a little like heater that she runs to warm her toes in the morning. She turned that off. We just have the lights in our uh, few of our devices and some of it. So the only thing running was the refrigerator and the freezer and just a few of the lights. And of course, there's a lot of AC to DC converters that run around the house, and we didn't go through and unplug all those because once we did those, the bare ones, I looked back and said, "Oh, okay." the solar panels are generating just enough to cover everything in the house. Not enough to charge the battery, but cover everything in the house. So I had about 8% left on the battery for the house. And the reason why it was so low was because I run it at night. I use the battery at night all the way down uh, to about 10% because I want to not use electricity at night from the grid. So it maximizes the amount of savings that I get from the solar stuff. So all those being said, I had it was interesting, and eventually the sun came out a little bit more. Some of the clouds cleared off, and we got a little more energy. A couple hours later, we were producing more than we were consuming and slowly charging the battery up. And by noontime, the battery was around 40%. So easily able to run the house. As long as we don't have the AC running, we could 40% of the battery would be enough to run the house for a day. So if the took them a day to get that fixed, and by the way, they fixed it about 1 a.m., little before 1 a.m. So it took them right around 5 hours to get everything back working. So, anyways, but back to the coffee. Why have I had that coffee there? Because again, it sounds like everything was fine. Well, the outage created that. Remember, I said it was off for 2 seconds? Reset the clock on my wife's coffee maker. So, so this is not me talking bad about my wife, but this is about the difference between what my wife finds important and what I find important. So my wife has, we had a coffee maker, and I wanted one that was controlled through an app on the phone. And the reason for that is so that when power outages happen, the uh, things like times and stuff like that, they get changed, they get set, or I can start it on its, remotely. So there's a lot of flexibility, and it's for me, it's less problematic. Her, on the other hand, she liked something that was a little bit fancier. She had a coffee maker that her mother uses, and she really enjoyed it, and she thought it would look good, and it does a great job of uh, keeping the coffee warm, and it's the way it allows you to get the coffee out is like a little tab as opposed to a pot. So she had a lot of things she liked about it. So we're using her coffee maker, of course. So that coffee maker is not as robust when it comes to power outages. And we didn't set the timer back, so I have cold coffee, which I actually drink. My wife won't drink cold coffee. She has to heat it up. So, oh, and mine was a lot less expensive because you could just get a regular coffee pot, and you can buy a controllable AC brick and put it on your AC. And the coffee pot and the brick cost $30. And I won't even tell you how much hers cost, but it was quite a bit more. Anyways, the best thing was we didn't have to sit there in the dark for several hours, and we actually got to have our entertainment available, so we could check the news and do some stuff. I actually thought about doing a little video yesterday when all this was going, but uh, my work, uh, since I had my phone, I could actually talk on the Zoom meetings and stuff like that. And so there were some meetings, so I would just did that. So, anyways, happy with happy with the solar panels, happy with the uh, battery. We never got a battery that was really big enough. Batteries are expensive, man. That's right now when it comes to solar. That's to me, that's the biggest problem is the battery backup stuff. But I know lots of people are out there getting it fixed. I know Elon Musk and Tesla are working hard on that, so I do trust them. I trust them to do a lot of good high tech work for us. And shout out to all you guys that are working hard out there diligently, not Tesla, but all the other places. We're um, we're looking to you guys to make our futures better, more robust, and without having everybody give up all the wonderful uh, toys and gadgets that we've created over the years. So, anyways, hope you guys have a good day. I'm going to head back in and talk to you later. Bye for now.